Hey, YouTube, it's Aethers back in with AIDS updates, and we got this unit offer that just came in, and it says that you can get champions with unit purchases, right? And so I look at this and I'm like, you know what? I've always been consistent with the fact that I like when you don't have to necessarily base everything on RNG. When you guaranteed value, when you're spending real money in this game, I think that's the best bang for your buck, right? And so I look at this and I look at this and I'm like, well, we got some Cavalier crystals, but they're not just normal Cavalier crystals, right? They're Cavalier crystals for basically mutant and ish champions, right? So, but one thing I want you to pay attention to here is that normally I would give this an average deal, right? But you have to think about what you're actually getting here. So on a normal day, when they put out the early release access bundles, right, they give you if you're Cavalier, they give you 5 Cavalier crystals, right? Now, I did test this on my alt. My alt is uncollected right now. And you have a shot at Cavalier crystals, right? So you don't have to be Cavalier. You can get Cavalier crystals. And what's the difference? Cavalier crystals have an increased chance for a 5 and 6 star hero. So you've got a 1.5% chance instead of like a 0.4% chance, and a 17.5% chance instead of like a 5% chance. So you have a much better chance of getting a 5 or 6 star. Now, that's still RNG based. But consider this for a second. These are just unit deals, right? And so normally, let's come over to this $50 one, right? So this $50 one gets you 500 6-star shards, 5 Children of the Atom crystals, which is an early access bundle deal, right? Now, the difference here is that normally you would get something like a 30% greater champion boost, right? But I look at this and I say, if this is an early access bundle, I would give it the average deal, right? The 2 to 3 star deal. But you're not getting a 30% champion boost with the 5 Children of the Atom crystals and 500 6-star hero crystal shards like you normally would get. You get your normal 1,450 units, right? So to me, this is a much better deal. Now, this clearly isn't Black Friday, Cyber Monday, 4th of July. This isn't clearly those deals, right? It's going twice a year. But, I mean, I gotta tell you, the bonus crystals are just the icing on the cake, right? I mean, you can only buy one of them. There's a reason for it, right? Okay? But 1,450 units is guaranteed value. You can spend that any way you like in the game, right? Any way you want in the game. You can buy revives, you can buy energy, you could buy other crystals, you could do all kinds of stuff with that money, with the units, right? And you get 500 6-star hero crystal shards, which is sometimes they give you 500, sometimes they give you 1,000, sometimes they give you 750. It's not really pushing you over. Like, really, if you're buying the early access crystal bundles, you're buying it for the 5 Children of the Atom crystals, right? But, like I said, guaranteed value. I like it, right? But here's the real topper of this deal, right? If you look at who's in this, right? You got some really great champions. Archangel, Colossus. You've got Deadpool X-Force, who's not in the 5-star basic right now. You got Domino, Emma Frost, Guardian, Havoc, Iceman, Longshot, Magic, Magneto, Marvel Now, Mr. Sinister, Mojo, Namor, Nightcrawler. I mean, Old Man Logan, Omega Red. Phoenix has a good synergy now with Professor X, right? Rogue she's average, but, if you got her, you wouldn't be, overly disappointed with this as a 5-star, 6-star. Sabretooth, who got a recent buff that's really amazing. Sasquatch. But here's the biggie. Scarlet Witch and Wolverine. Okay? You can't get them anywhere else in the game. Scarlet Witch has never been debuted as a 5-star, and she's finally debuted as a 5-star now in this deal. Sunspot, Warlock, Sentinel, really the only ones that you might even be disappointed in this and this would be Beast, Bishop, Cable, the Cyclopses. That's 4 or 5 champions. You'd say Gambit, but he's getting a buff in a month or two, so I wouldn't even say Gambit would be disappointing. Psylocke, maybe. I mean, if you got almost any of these champions, but probably 5 or 6 out of the 20 or 25 in here, right? As a 5-star, you would not be disappointed. You'd be over the moon happy about some of these champions in here, especially Scarlet Witch. I mean, there's a reason it's a limit 1, right? Normally, you limit 1 means it's a bad deal, right? But today, I think it's a great deal. I think this is a 5. It doesn't quite get my 6-star deal, right? This is a 5-star deal because normally the early access bundle, again, you only get what's on the right side. You don't get the units. And the units give you guaranteed value, right? So this is tempting. I'm not going to lie. This is really tempting, okay? I think I'd almost rather have it on my alt than my main because my alt needs some 5 or 6 stars. But, I mean, could you imagine being uncollected on my alt and getting a 6-star or some great 5 stars out of a Cavalier crystal that I don't even have access to normally, even on the early access bundles, right? And so that kind of, there's so much little detail that like people don't realize. You can buy a Cavalier when you're uncollected, right? You can get the units on top of the early access bundle, which you normally get for the same price, right? You can buy $100 worth, get the Odin, and get what you normally would get for $50 plus 5 extras. Think about it, right? You're getting double the amount of units. 1,450. That's 15. It's called round up to 1,500 units. Those Children of the Atom crystals, if they were Cavalier crystals, they'd be 300 units apiece. So you're doubling up the amount of units that you would be purchasing. So you're getting $100 worth of units for $50, or $200 worth of units for $100, and vice versa all the way down, right? So again, and and maybe even a little bit more than that on the $5 deal, right? $5, you get 300 units worth for 135 units. That would only be 270. So you're getting more than double. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think it's a 5-star deal. Obviously the 4th of July, the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, those are all 6-star deals. I mean, we know those are coming. But this is just some random deal on some random Monday. Like, I know it's Labor Day and all, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. So, thanks, guys. If you like the trailer, like you saw, hit those buttons. Hit them all. Hit that subscribe. I'm getting close to that 100 subscriber mark, and I really appreciate your support there. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. Thanks.